Center for Sustainable Transformation. This is the SDG-Hub. So every Tuesday, we discuss opportunities and solutions for everyday business to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs, as we call them for short. Now, the SDGs are 17 goals with targets and indicators for sustainable development agreed upon by the UN member states, including Ghana, to make the world a more just, equitable, greener, and a peaceful place by 2030. On the SDG-Hub, we introduce you to business opportunities and activities that help us achieve the SDGs here in Ghana and beyond. Once again, my name is Emmanuel, Aboagye-Wiafe, and I'm here with
Rosemary Balami
from the Young Reporters for Environment at the Center for Sustainable and Transformation. So tonight on the SDG-Hub, we'll be discussing sustainable entrepreneurship and its contribution to building a green economy in Ghana. Now, sustainable entrepreneurship plays a crucial role in building a green economy. By integrating sustainability into business practices, entrepreneurs can create environmentally friendly products and services that meet the needs of consumers today while also protecting the environment for the future. This not only helps to protect our planet, but also stimulates economic growth and job creation at the same time.
Rightly said, Emmanuel. Indeed, sustainable entrepreneurship is a must in today's world, as businesses in developing countries also have to balance economic growth with environmental and social responsibility. By being socially and environmentally responsible, sustainable entrepreneurship provides a business model that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs, the driving force of the sustainability agenda. This aligns with a number of the SDGs, in particular SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, and SDG 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth. For example, SDG Target 12.6 encourages companies, especially large and transnational companies, to adapt sustainable practices, while Target 8.4 sets out to improve global resource efficiency in production endeavors to decouple economic growth from environmental degradation. However, sometimes change comes from new initiatives, as we will hear about today.
Well, yes, Rosemary, sustainable entrepreneurship encourages innovation and creativity, leading to new ideas and solutions for addressing societal and environmental challenges. Tonight, we're lucky to have in the studio two entrepreneurs who are on the same, or who want to some great innovations that are not only produced in an environmentally friendly way, but also contribute to job creation, women participation and empowerment, and waste reduction. So my guest tonight, or our guest tonight, Dr. Latifatu Mohammed, Quality Assurance Officer at Kodu Technology, and T N Nartley, Director of Marketing at Nat Recycling Company Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
And how are you doing?
We're good.
Yeah,
all right. So you are both sustainable entrepreneurs. Could you tell us a little bit about startups and what exactly you do? Let me start with the lady first.
Okay. I would like to say a very good evening to your listeners. My name is Dr. Latifatu Mohammed, co-founder of Kodu Technology, but I also play the role as the Quality Assurance Officer. At Kodu Technology, we are into the production of sanitary pads from fibers of banana and plantain. We are doing, yes.
We're going to go deeper into that.
Yes.
I'm just fascinated by producing sanitary pads with fiber of banana and plantain.
Yes. Okay. Our company, Kodu Technology, is located in the northern region of Ghana, Tamale. So the motivation behind it all was the recent propagation of period poverty in our waves. It's all over how period poverty is affecting young women all over Ghana and also globally. Statistics has proven that over 500 million women experience period poverty globally. So this was a great motivation for Kodu Technology as an agribusiness startup to go into the production of sanitary pads to help solve period poverty.
Definitely. We'll come back to you. But let me come to Nat. What do you do at your end?
Thanks so much for each and everyone that is watching us at this moment, for sparing a piece of their time to join us. My name is T N Nartley from Prom. Our product site is also located in Prom, and coming from the university, I and my brother, we sat and saw an opportunity that positively will reflect on the environmental state of our country. And we saw a challenge in global warming, that is the emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere by the burning of car tires. And we sat on a single table to find out how can we be of help to the community. And we came up with using the used car tires to make eco-friendly products that we take it from the gutters and back to our homes, no more on the street. Yes, so
you rid the streets of used tires.
Exactly. Now, one may say that these tires are bent because of the metallic substance that's it's in it. Now, when they get it, they sell it. So we are still buying the tires. Okay. We are not taking it for free. Wow. We are buying it, so you can make money by not burning it. And
what about those tires that are abandoned, indiscriminately outside?
They are all our raw materials.
You do buy them too?
Yes, we buy.
Some of them don't have owners.
We just pick them up.
That's interesting. Well, so let's get into the discussion proper. Now, what do we mean when we say sustainable entrepreneurship, and how different is it from the conventional entrepreneurship business that we know about?
Okay, sustainable entrepreneurship is more geared towards entrepreneurship, which you source your raw materials. That's like there's a continuous flow of raw materials used in your startup. Yes. So, for example, at Kodu Technology, if you are correlating sustainable entrepreneurship to what we do, we get our raw materials from banana and plantain, which are the fibers. So, looking at Ghana here, Ghana was is actually the country with more most plantain farms in Africa. Yes. So looking at that, sourcing our raw materials is quite easy because it's in this country, and then
so what inspired you to pursue a sustainable path into entrepreneurship?
Okay, so linking our business model to the SDGs, I think it's more in line with the SDG goal 12, which is the sustainable consumption and production. With that, as I already mentioned, our raw materials are sourced here in Ghana. It's sourced locally, and it's something that is always there, always available for us. Yes, so looking at that point, sustainable entrepreneurship.
Talking about materials, for instance, what materials make up your sanitary pads, and how do these materials contribute to make them eco-friendly? Can you share specific examples of your business sustainable practices?
Okay, so looking at the Iris pad, that's the name of the sanitary pad from Kodu Technology. Iris pad.
Iris pad.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So it's made with 4 layers. Everything sourced from banana. The first 3 layers sourced from the banana fibers, and the last part, which is sourced from biodegradable plastics. So looking at it, should it be disposed, it decomposes into the soil as compared to other parts on the market, which makes it more eco-friendly to our planet. Yes. Yeah.
And how have consumers responded to it?
So for now, we are actually at the final testing at the Food and Drugs Authority. It's not out yet, so we are looking at when the results finally comes out, we launching the product into the market and see how consumers will
respond to it. So now let's look at the performance and effectiveness of your biodegradable sanitary pads as compared to non-biodegradable sanitary pads.
Okay, so there's this fun fact that it takes close to 500 years for plastic to decompose. Looking at our traditional sanitary pads, it's made with synthetic plastics. But coming to Iris pad from Kodu Technology, our the bioplastic at the outer layer, it actually decomposes when disposed, as compared to the parts on the market, which is made up of synthetic plastics. So it's highly possible that the first ever made sanitary pad is yet to decompose.
Wow. Yeah. This is a big win for Ghana.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Now, Nat, what inspired you to start a sustainable focused business?
Coming from a coastal area, we are faced with some of our brethren being washed away by the sea. It's a result of global warming. And global warming is not just about the sea. We can see the effect on our crop production and all that. One way we saw as a cause of it is the emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And one root cause is the burning of car tires. You know, no smoke can be compared to what car tire produces. Very thick. And you can see it burning, it's still producing smoke. So if we don't come in to help solve such a challenge, then I don't know what will happen to our community in a few years to come. So we seize the opportunity that this car tires, if it can carry a lot of people or passengers on the streets, then if we bring an innovative strategy of using the car tires again, then we can make money out of it. That is why.
And so what sustainable practices have you included in your production or productive activities?
Yes, if you talk about the old practice, it's used and disposed. And the car tire is used and disposed, as we can see them in our gutters. So we decided to now reuse them, you know. And if you see the part where sustainability comes in is our ability to reuse them. And when we use them for you or we make any product for you, we don't end there. We still have a relationship with you. We come back for them as and when you want to make a change or you want to, maybe your wealth has upgraded and you need a new product. We still come for them and then change them for you. We don't just make only one product out of it. So if it even takes 20 years, we have a different product that we can use, the car tire.
Maybe you might have answered it already, but I'm so curious to know why you decide to go for tires, because there are other combustible materials which also emits carbon dioxide. So why the focus on car tires especially?
If you check Pram, you can see a lot of organizers park those car tires on the wayside, breeding a lot of mosquitoes, and there is a war against malaria. So if we allow those to persist, then it's going to affect all of us. So how can we put this car tire, which is breeding mosquitoes, because it can sustain water than any other material, even because it's already plastic. The way it is, if it can hold air with all the force pushed in, water is just something little for it. So we have to come in to help solve that challenge.
And so what have been your main challenges, if there are any, with starting a business aimed at sustainability?
Yes, earlier on, people really like our product and they adore it, they talk about it, but they are not buying it. They are used to buying products from the market or maybe the showrooms and all that. So our market have been very, very slow because they are very new to it. I think in the whole country we started it before we saw a couple of people doing it, but we have added more innovative strategies to it to make it usable in the home. But the market is very slow. But as it's always said, something new takes time.
But why do you think the market is slow?
It's new and it takes quite some time to hit the market. So we go everywhere to campaign on a need to support this particular project, to take the ties out of the gutters back to our homes.
Now, for those of you watching on Facebook, I mean, we kind of displaying some of the innovative products that have been churned out by Nat's outfits, and they look so fun. So what is this? A coffee table, a center table?
Yes, it's a coffee center.
And it's made up out of ties?
Yes.
There's something around it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a glass platform.
The stones at the beach.
Okay.
Because we come from the coastal area, we've taken the advantage of using those stones as well.
That is very beautiful.
We pick a lot of them and we add them to our product.
Okay. Now, SDG 8.3 aims at promoting development-oriented policies that support entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation, and encourage the formalization and growth of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. Now, in your experience, do we have an ecosystem that kind of helps sustainable startups with good business ideas to scale up to become medium-sized enterprises in the country? Nat?
Yes, there are a lot of them. We have participated in some, not all, but as and when we get to know, we kind of seize the opportunity to put our product out there and then hope that our product will meet the need for sponsorship to come to us. And if you see my sister here, we both participated on the same platform where we were asked to pitch our product, and it was a series of programs that if you go through, you don't come back the same. And their main aim is to make sure your business survives. Having a business idea is not enough. You need to be able to survive your business. So if you're able to make a good pitch, I think 100,000 Ghana cedi goes to you as a startup.
Wow.
I think.
So are you expecting to launch on the Africa Continental Free Trade
Yes,
somewhere in the future?
Certainly. And we have beautiful product that when we go, any product that has long been in the market will not receive attention but ours.
Oh wow. That's a nice dream.
Exactly.
Now let me come to you, Latifatu. Do you agree, from your point of view, what do you believe is the most important aspect government and other actors should take into consideration when facilitating for more startups to align with the Sustainable Development Goals?
Okay, so I think the government should be focused more on businesses with sustainable, like businesses which correlates with the SDGs. Yes, they should help with investment, funding, and all that to help the businesses thrive. Yes.
So you are throwing more light on funding.
Yes, funding.
So, ensuring a profitable business is key to most entrepreneurs. How do you balance environmental sustainability with business profitability? And what challenges have you faced in this regard? And let's look at the sanitary pad aspect. Now, you talked about period poverty. Sanitary pad is almost 20 cities now. So now let's look at iris pad. How are you going to balance profitability and environmental sustainability?
Okay. So as I said, our raw materials are sourced here in Ghana. Yes. So due to that, we intend on reducing the pad price. Yes, as compared to those on the market. So we are looking at increasing the number of pieces in a pack and also reducing the price.
From 12 to, I know the normal sanitary has 12.
Yes.
So iris pad will have
12. The 12 is the maximum.
Okay.
Others have 8, others have 10.
Okay.
So yeah. So 12 selling at 8 cedis.
8 cities?
Yes, 8 cedis. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. That's really like
very low.
Yeah,
Yes.
very low, very affordable. So besides profit, social impact is also a great measure of success. Kodu Technology, your product are said to, contribute to women empowerment and participation, especially in rural areas. This aligns with SDG 5, gender equality. Can you elaborate on this?
Okay, yes. At Kodu Technology, we have this corporate social responsibility of donating a sanitary pad to support the rural girl child after every 10 sales is made. Yes. And relating the CSR, the motivation came when Daily Graphic reported a story about women and the young girls in the northern region using rags to collect menstrual blood. So we then said, oh, okay.
And is that the truth, being in the north?
Yes. Okay. Some people actually don't get access to menstrual hygiene products, so they go in for the traditional ways of using that. Yes. So looking at that story, we said, okay, we are into the production of sanitary pads. We are also getting our profits. Then why don't we support the rural girl child by donating a free sanitary pad to them when every 10 sales is made?
It's made. Yes. And that's like contributing to tackling period poverty.
Yes.
Fantastic. So congratulations once again. As the winner of the EU Circular Economy Challenge, you have some experience with writing applications and seeking funding. What advice would you give startups that are looking to do the same? That is to get funding and partners for their business.
Okay, so I would say that investors are actually looking out to startups to surprise them. Like, what's the main thing that makes you stand out from other startups? You have to surprise them in order for them to gain confidence and trust in your startup. So with the applications too, you'd have to highlight the key points. What is the problem that you are trying to solve? What is the solution? You see, what is the solution to the problem you are trying to solve? You let them understand it. And also the environmental and social impact as well.
So that's what made you people stand out.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Nat, besides funding, how can sustainable entrepreneurship be made an attractive venture in order to get more young people in that direction?
I think if we emphasize more on made in Ghana product, it will gain more acceptance. If that is not done, as much as we try, a lot of times what comes from overseas is a lot of time flashy and looks very, very presentable than what we put out here. So we are doing our best with the available resources that we have. If we have to go external to source materials that will make it extraordinary, then it means it's certainly going to raise prices. So we need to develop a higher taste for it through the government making a high campaign on that.
Indeed, we need to purchase made in Ghana products. So now let me come back to you again. What role do you see sustainable entrepreneurship playing in the larger shift towards a more environmentally conscious society and economy?
What circular economy itself, like I said earlier, it is a strategy to have a consistent usage of raw materials, not to use and dispose. So if it moves from me, it can be a raw material for the next party and to the next and to the next. So it creates a lot of employment opportunities for people to get to do some.
Interesting discussion. Gradually we're going to close, but I want each one of you to tell us what one advice you would give somebody seeking to start a sustainable business.
Seeking to start a sustainable business, I think the motivation has to be right. What actually is your motivation for coming in? If your motivation is all about you have financial challenges and you want to solve it overnight, you are going to be disappointed. And again, study the environment thoroughly. Know the needs of the people and come in to solve that particular challenge. Now, you are presenting a good product, or you wish well for us. Does not mean that if you are not able to present it well, we should accept it. So you should also know how to present it to us. So your motivation is right. You have sniffed through to know what we need, but also present it right to us. And I think you're really going to do well, you know.
And so that means, I mean, not limiting it to your particular area. It could be any part of the country.
Yes, it could.
So far as it meets the needs of
that is
the dwellers.
You can survive.
Precisely. All right, Doctor, what's your advice?
Okay, so I think what Nat said is very important. The motivation should be there. What are you trying to solve? What do the people need? How can you help them with this particular problem that they are looking at? Yes. Thank you. The motivation should be there. Yeah.
Indeed, the motivation should be there. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and insights on this conversation. And congratulations to my co-host for winning the Energy Media Personality of the Year at the Think Energy SDG Awards. How does it feel, Ima?
Well, it feels good. At least you've been recognized.
Absolutely. Hard work pays. Fantastic. We'll make sure to tune in same time next week as we continue discussions on all things sustainable development right here on Asaase Radio 99.5 so that people and the planet can prosper. If you have any topics you would like us to discuss, shoot an email to info@cestint.org or sdg@cestint.org or send a message to our social media platforms at YRE Ghana.
Well, so that's it for the show tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us on the SDG-Hub. We've been speaking with Dr. Latifatu Mohammed, Quality Assurance Officer at Kodu Technology, and T N Nartley, Director of Marketing at Nat Recycling Company Limited. I've been your host, Emmanuel Aboagye-Wiafe, and I did this with
Rosemary Balami.
We go back to Beatrice to wrap up the big bulletin.